dun 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 dun
Mission
dun dun
Impossible,
dun
right?
dun 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 dun. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part One. Woo! Mission Impossible, fantastic film, fantastic franchise. I love this franchise, man. I've seen all the films so many times on repeat. Fallout is still my favorite, but this one is up there. I don't know where it ranks right now. Between Ghost Protocol and this one, right now I've seen Ghost Protocol more, but this one is really, really great. First things first, if you haven't seen this and you're watching this for the first time, because this is playing in theaters right now, if you get a chance to watch it in IMAX or Dolby, do it because it is awesome. And apparently, this is a thing in Dolby theaters, which I didn't know until the other day when I found this out. But apparently, Dolby has this thing called rumble seats, which is a feature where your seats shake at the same time with a particular sound. And not a lot of movies utilize that, and this movie does. Because at first, when I was watching it, I was like, wow, the noise is really loud. My chair is shaking. My chair is shaking. But apparently it's a feature. And not a lot of films does it. And I didn't know that because I never experienced it until now. And I was like, that's really good usage of the sound with the chair shaking. And it's really immersive and it's great. Aside from that, action, it's Mission Impossible, man. It's great. What do you expect? That sequence where we saw in the trailer and in the poster where Tom Cruise literally rides a motorcycle off a cliff and jumps off, it is as good as it's marketed. That sequence gave me chills seeing it just because you know it's him. You literally know it's him. And they didn't right after the jump, they literally cut to a camera where it's close up to his face and his skin is like falling off his face because it's like free falling. It's incredible, dude. And it gave me chills. And it's incredible, and it makes sense in terms of the plot. I thought because when my one thing was like, what kind of plot would justify Tom Cruise jumping off a cliff? And it does. It makes sense, and I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. The action is great. So many great action sequences outside of that one. Um, it is probably one of the most emotionally tolling Mission Impossible movie since the third one. If you've seen the third one, you know that is an emotional toll of a movie, one of the most intense countdown sequence in a film. And this one has a very good emotional arc to it as well. Rebecca Ferguson as Ilsa Faust. Ever since she's been added in the fifth film, she's always been great, and she's great in this one again. Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg is good as always in this one. Vanessa Kirby, I think she's better in this one than in the previous film. I don't. I She sort of have the same amount of screen time, I think, but I think she has a better performance and a better usage of her character in this one. I really like her a lot. This film also has the most callbacks from the first movie from Mission Impossible 1. And I really like that callbacks. They don't do a lot of callbacks, but the callbacks that they did from the first movie really paid off and it's really good. Fun Easter eggs, fun like fan service. I don't think a lot of people in my theater understood the references that they did to the first one. But I was like, oh, that's fun. That's also great. Palm Clementif, who you might know as Mantis. She plays Paris in this one, and I've never seen her in any role like this before, and it was a pleasant surprise. I thought she is incredible in this one. But the standout in this film, Mission Impossible movie is often a Tom Cruise-led movie, but I think this is safe to say that this one is also a Haley Atwell movie because she is fantastic. She's a new addition to this film. I'm not gonna disclose. I'm not gonna disclose too much of what her role is, just to be a surprise. But she plays this character named Grace, and she steals the scene from a lot of moments from Tom Cruise. Her action sequence is great, and yeah, her character is just so much fun to. It's just so much fun to explore. Just the introduction to her character and everything. She's sort of new to this whole thing, but yeah, it's good. She gave an emotional arc, a very important arc that's sort of a vision to the audience as well. But yeah, it's overall it's a really good movie. My only gripe about this movie is that this is a part one, and same issue that I have with a lot of part one, part two, which is why I didn't love the first Dune movie because it feels incomplete. Which is why I had issues with Spider-Verse because I feel like it's incomplete. I have the same issue with this one. Is this film more complete than Dune and Spider-Verse? Yes. But it's still an incomplete movie because there's still an open arc to be explored. Uh, so this is why I for weekly watches I rate this a 4.5 out of 5, because there's just that missing piece right there. But overall, it's such a blast and a fun time. And Lorne Balfe, who composed the shit out of the music. So yeah.